back with a brand new episode of NBA 2K TV. Don't forget, the first My Team Unlimited tournament qualification game day is October 16th. Here's Brian with all of the details and more big My Team news.
At home in Utah, the Jazz never fail to go out of their way to look good and their best. Here was their entrance to the arena earlier on. The beautiful, dramatic setting here in Salt Lake City, Utah becomes apparent when you get a look at the aerial shot of the surroundings. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert is now a three-time Defensive Player of the Year. And he says that award is about making your team better. A lot of things you don't see in the stats. If you play good defense, most of the time you don't get a block because it doesn't reach that point. They don't even come inside. Guys, the lane is closed.
He is an intimidating factor for sure. David, thanks. So the opening lineup for the Suns. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Ayton in at the center. And for Utah, Conley is the point with Mitchell as the two guard. Rudy Gay is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Ingles in at the three. And I imagine this is a really tough stretch of the season, Steve, for teams that are on the outside of the playoff picture looking in.
Kevin, it is, but no player in this league is going to quit on the season. They're out there to compete, no matter what the standings are.
So Phoenix will get the first possession. Inside, here's Ayton. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. And the rejection by... He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Utah comes into this one after the win against the Thunder. Mitchell kicks to Conley. At the top of the key, Gay connects from three-point range.
Rudy Gay knocked that one down. His three-point shot is getting better and better.
And you look at Mike Conley's game, just a steady floor general and deadly accurate as a shooter.
And, Greg, I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how he competes on the defensive side. At 6'1", he's given up size on a nightly basis, but he won't let you pick on him. He gets after you.
Now, here's Mitchell, following the shot by Chris Paul. Mitchell passes to Gay. And the shot is good. Gay's got his second basket of the night.
Because he attracts so much defensive attention, Donovan Mitchell often finds teammates all alone.
The jump hook. Gobert with the block. Mitchell with it. Last time out he had 14 points. That's tipped. Bridges dishes to Booker. Paul. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
It's not enough to be in attack mode. You have to know how to attack. Chris Paul finding the soft spot in that defense.
Now here's Conley. 17 points in his last outing. Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Kaminsky. Paul against Conley. Three-pointer. That one doesn't go. And Phoenix the other way now. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
You hate to lose it at the line, especially when you're getting what you want in other areas of the game.
Here's Conley. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Mitchell kicks to Ingles. And the clock goes back up. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Ayton. Here's Booker. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Utah. They trail by 3. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
You know, sometimes you don't play up to your full potential. The important thing to figure out is what went wrong.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Utah. Clarkson comes in for Michael Conley.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
And it's Mitchell missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Pass to McGee. 56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The pass to Diallo. Over Mitchell. Diallo, no good. Jazz trail by 3. Pass to Mitchell. Beyond the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
On the catch and shoot, Donovan Mitchell looks automatic. He gets his shot up quickly.
Passes it to Šarić. Good ball movement here by the Suns. McGee against Gobert. And McGee kicks to Diallo. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Suns lead by 2. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And the unselfishness of this Utah Jazz.
You got guys who are continuously making plays.
And Frank, the depth of the Jazz obviously helping with that equal opportunity approach.
And Kevin, that's a great point. You credit the mindset, but it's also their personnel that makes it possible.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Johnson and Šarić are the 3 and the 4. Magician is out there with Diallo. And it's McGee in at the center position. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Utah Jazz last season was elite at both ends of the floor. Sixth Man of the Year winner Jordan Clarkson says, 3 things we've been doing well are playing fast, sharing the basketball, and defense. We're playing a fun style of basketball and just keep racking up the wins. Guys?
They are fun to watch and a handful. DA thanks. Here's Clarkson following the score by Phoenix. Kicks it out to Richardson. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Šarić.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Johnson against Edwards. In the corner, it's Richardson. A baseline jam. Šarić grabs the board. All right, Greg, you're a lefty. You're on the call tonight. Here we are courtside. Who do you think is the best left-handed player currently in the NBA?
Oh, it's the beard. James Harden, Kevin, no question. But Zion's going to be carrying that torch. make us proud.
The Suns shooting their first free throw tonight.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Joe Ingles comes in for Clarkson, and Mike Conley subbed in for Edwards. Now, here's Richardson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And that one drops.
You know, he's wiry strong. Conley's made a living taking contact and making shots.
Here's Magician. Michael Conley making his last shot. And the shot goes down.
And they've repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Conley the pass to Pascal. With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by the Suns. Booker looking around. Driving the lane. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Donovan. Just checked in for Rudy Gay. And Phoenix also making a switch. Magicians checked in for Booker. In at the small and power forward, it's Ingles and Bogdanovich. Conley is the point with Mitchell as the 2 guard. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Pass to Bridges. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Ball against Conley. The shot's good from Paul.
Agile move by CP3, navigating the contact and getting his shot.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Mitchell with it. And again, it's Utah.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And they call him Spider because of that long wingspan, 6'10" at present, but standing 6'1". Mitchell needs that to compete defensively at that shooting guard position.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And here is Conley, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. And the Jazz, another 3. And we know what Mitchell can do offensively. But, Greg, how do you evaluate his defensive game?
And, Kevin, without question, there's room for improvement. I'd say he's probably below average, but he has the tools that if he tightens up that part of his game, look out. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
Outside Conley. Mitchell with it, now guarded by a Magician. The pass to Gobert. Lets it go from 11, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
We've talked about it before, unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
Bridges outside. Mulligan's coming. Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 4 points this quarter.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And with Chris Paul, he makes this team work. Gets the most out of his teammates and has done that wherever he's played.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Eric Pascal, he's checked in for Gobert. Richardson comes in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Edwards in for Mike Conley. And the Suns here with a different look. JaVale McGee's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Diallo, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Paul. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert may get overlooked, but his coach understands what he means to the Utah Jazz. Quinn Snyder says, his presence on the floor gives us a chance. He's our most important player as far as how he anchors our team. He's the foundation. And Kevin, the way they win games, it's saying something.
He is a Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. Phenomenal play. Thanks, D.A. Payne dishes to McGee. And Pascal pulls it down. Utah trailing here. Here's Clarkson. Out to Edwards. Pass to Pascal. Now Richardson. Clarkson with the ball. And Utah another three.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, disciplined, and that's a beautiful pass.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Utah out in front. They lead by 2. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy.
It's the fourth quarter crowd. Get up and make some noise.
Utah. Gobert, he's checked in for Game. Mitchell comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Conley in for Josh Richardson. And the Suns here with a different look. Ayton, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kaminsky comes in for Johnson. Bridges, he's checked in for Diallo. And Magician subbed in for Payne.
Strong, athletic, aggressive. Mitchell puts maximum pressure on the defense every night.
And the Suns call time. They're up by 6. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Chris Paul.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he could be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. He kept his head and just stayed patient.
Down low. And there's Booker on the assist by Bridges. 16 points for Devin Booker.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Frank Kaminsky. And it's Magician in at the 1 spot. Bridges outside. Booker against Mitchell. Shoots from the line. A nice shot by Booker. And it's a 10-point Suns lead.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Gobert with the block.
A sensational defender. You have to know when Gobert is in the area.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. To the wing right side. Magician drills it from outside.
17.
Magician's got the lead up to 13 now for the Suns.
They just blocked out the noise kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Whoa, kid it. Yeah.